Hello, friends. This is Guillermo Vidal, hoping that I can inspire you to make choices that help you create your best life. Now, I'm not coming to you very cheerful today because I received heartbreaking news that a dear friend of mine, Andre, someone I worked closely with for over 12 years, passed away. And though we had stayed in touch through Facebook and often, I actually hadn't seen him in person in 4 years, for we lived in two different states. And I didn't know he'd been battling multiple myeloma. Now, reading his daughter's post felt like a gut punch, raw and devastating. The thought of not seeing my good friend's face or hearing his voice again, has left me in a deep state of sorrow and loss. I gotta admit, this losing of a loved one close to me is becoming more frequent in my life, and I'm not at all happy about it. For it is a continual reminder that one day I too will cease to exist in this world. Yet, yesterday evening, as the sun broke through the heavy rain clouds that had hung around all day, it painted the sky with brilliance. Suddenly I realized that the sunset in itself, full of layered meaning and quiet beauty, was speaking directly to me about the loss of my friend. It reminded me that life isn't a straight line of wins and losses. It's a rhythm, a dance of beginnings melting into endings, and endings opening into new beginnings. It's not always about what we gain or lose. It's about how we hold the experience. I was so grateful to see the sunset. It was soothing for me to be shown again that sunsets are nature's gentle reminder of telling us that endings aren't just closures, they're preludes. Each evening the day bows out in brilliance, not in shame, but in glory. The same principle applies to Andre's life for sure, but it also applies to our lives as well. The titles we lose, the dreams that shift, the relationships that dissolve, they just often make room for something wiser, deeper, and truer to who we're becoming. So let me tell you a story that illustrates this point a little bit. It's an old one. It's about a Chinese farmer whose only horse he had to pull his plow somehow runs away. Now the farmer shares the event with a neighbor who says, "Oh no, that's bad news." But the farmer replies, "Good news, bad news, who can say?" A few days later, the horse returns bringing 20 others. "Wonderful," the neighbor cheers when he hears about his friend's seemingly good luck. "Who can say?" says the farmer. Later, the farmer's son falls trying to train the new horses and breaks his leg. Was this a tragedy? Well, maybe. But when the emperor's men arrive conscripting every able-bodied young man to go to war, the farmer's son is spared because of his injury. The point is this: we rush to label events as good or bad, but often it's just too early to tell. What matters is our openness, our capacity to stay present, our ability to find the good in what has happened. And this is the art of letting go. And it's an essential part of aging fearlessly. This is a lesson my dear friend is teaching me now. Andre's teaching me that when the things you rely on collapse, when the life you knew disintegrates, it's not the end of love and joy. It's a clearing that you're being set free to recreate yourself. My experience in losing such a good friend today aligns, frankly, with the mythic art seen in stories of rebirth, descent, transformation, and emergence. And I am once again entering that sacred space where I get to choose that direction again, to reinvent, to recreate, to reclaim who I was meant to be. Remember, aging isn't decay, it's distillation. It's the shedding of everything false so that what's real can rise. And that new version that we become from our endings and beginnings, more than any youthful role or external label, is the one capable of truly inspiring others and radiating vitality. So next time something or someone you hold dear comes to an end, pause. Look to the west. Let the sunset teach you what letting go looks like. Who can say if it's good or bad? But all I know is that it's always beautiful.